Got dual runway ops today. Beautiful. Just had an EasyJet land. And on the other runway we have a Jet 2 ready for takeoff. And another 737 for Ryanair taxiing out. Don't worry, those planes are far enough apart where one won't intersect the other. Jet 2 is airborne. GEZWC. I'll put up now where that's come from. Right now, ready to take off. Now, today is the 30th of December 2025. It's the last day I will film in 2025, and I'm at the same place where the last video that came out in 2025 was filmed. Southside viewing part. Now you're probably thinking, why are we here again? Well, because today I could complete the set of quad jets for 2025. I've seen a 747 on that very runway, well, taxiway. We've seen an A380 on that very taxiway and runway, and today, thanks to a problem with an Aer Lingus plane, we're going to see an A340. And also, I just thought, that will mean I have seen every Airbus type of plane. A319, A320, A321, A330, A340, A350 and A380. In 1 year. All at Manchester Airport. I can't say the same for Boeing because they still fly 757s. Well, 757s still fly, but they don't fly here anymore. So, yeah. 2025. Catch up, Paul. Has been a year of ups and downs personally, but on the channel it's been a year of ups. We cracked 670 subscribers a couple of days ago. From when I'm filming this. Brilliant. And we're less than 100 days from the day I'm filming this from flying out of here to the Middle East. 2026 is going to be absolutely brilliant. And for some reason I've seemed to have got a social calendar because I've got something on in January, February, March, April. I've become popular all of a sudden, don't know what's happened there. But, you know, not going to turn anything down that I can because of work, you know what I mean? So, yeah, let's enjoy the planes for the 30th of December. We've got an Jet 2 A321 taxiing out now. This is all fun and games. We have missed the morning at Emirates, but I will stay for the lunchtime one. Don't you worry about that. And also, obviously, the Qatar A350. Why would I not stay for that? Be for hours, but it's worth it. So, let's enjoy, shall we? So even though I love the 757, that engine sound is beautiful. More vortices, love it. And it's away. So as we wait for more action, the transition has been completed. Terminal 3 and 1 is now just Ryanair. Terminal 1 is now a car park. And Terminal 2 has all of the other airlines. I mean, yeah. Passengers might not come out of there anymore, but airplanes, sorry, are parked there every night. But to me, and this is personally my own opinion, it's a bit of a waste of space. You know, you're parking all these planes up here, and yet you don't use the gates. I'd really like to know what the master plan is here. I really would. Now, there's a Qatari, well, former Qatari plane somewhere over there with STS being fitted for cargo operations. I've not been able to get a clear shot of it, unfortunately. If I ever do, it'll be on my Instagram. But yeah, Manchester Airport 2025. From 3 terminals to 2. So you've got 2 and 3 left, ladies and gentlemen. Well, they have to go through Terminal 1 to get to Terminal 3, because Terminal 3 security areas no longer exists. So you can technically say we've still got all 3 terminals, but only 2 are used for planes. And another Jet 2 out on the ramp. Speaking of Jet 2, I thought to myself, yeah, we've got the Middle East in April, and that's going to cost a fortune. Like, I'm not even lying, it will cost me a bag. I might be going to Hungary in December as a second holiday of the year, and I thought, oh, where should we go? I looked at Spain. I thought, we've already done that, guys. I looked at Italy. That was extortion. And I thought, what about Eastern Europe? And I thought, never been to Hungary before. And I looked at the price, and I thought, I might be able to afford that. So, it's penciled in. We might be going Hungary in December. Between then and now is 12 months, and quite a lot is happening in those 12 months. We're still going to be here filming, whether it'll be here or over there. I wonder, because obviously we get Concorde in the videos, don't we, when we're over there. I wonder if Boom is going to come over here with its supersonic aircraft. Now there's a plan. Because obviously we get Concorde, we might get Boom. That means there's only one supersonic airliner left, and you're probably thinking, well, yeah, that's in Russia, isn't it? No. Well, it is, but one of them is in Germany. And it's actually parked as part of a display in front of a Concorde. So we might have to do that. That's another museum we need to go to. See, in the next couple of years could be fun. Road 700 is on, and I will put there will be a post that I will put up on New Year's Eve to say thank you to every single person who has subscribed, watched the channel over the last number of years, and especially this year. Because I'm not going to lie, it's been hard. And I've learned a lot about myself in 2025, I can't lie. And hopefully, the year this comes out, 2026, is a year that everything I could possibly want to happen happens. Middle East, new place for me to live, and maybe see Hungary at the end. And hopefully, praying, we get to 700 subscribers. I know it, in the vast ether of YouTube, that does not sound a lot, but for me, that would mean the world. I really want to get to 1,000, but there's incremental steps. Let me know in the comment section, guys, what Jet 2 Livy do you prefer? Do you prefer the one we saw before with the silver and red, or the blue and white and yellow? And we're getting vortices. reason there's an A340 doing an Aer Lingus flight of all flights they could do, the local airline, Ryanair, is because yesterday, I think it was either on, was it on this runway or the far runway? I think it was this runway. An A330 of Aer Lingus landed and it had a hydraulic problem. Fortunately, they managed to body off the plane. The protocol is everyone off the plane and then tow it. Obviously, with it being a hydraulic problem, Ryanair, Aer Lingus needed a plane, and they've obviously looked round their bases and gone, we need to borrow one, and shout out to Aer Lingus for getting an A340. It's going to Bridgetown, and it's going late. It was meant to go now, because it's 10:20, it should have actually gone now, but it's still at the gate, as far as I'm aware. Just to see one's going to be brilliant. I mean, I've wanted to see an A340 here for years. I mean, I think we saw, was it a Lufthansa one we saw one time, but we didn't see it take off? Whereas this time, we will see it take off. We need to get to Germany, guys, because we could actually see the trio of quads all in the same livery. Lufthansa A340, Lufthansa A380, Lufthansa 747. And they're in I think they've done a 100th-year livery, and it looks beautiful. Instead of it being white with a blue, it's now just all blue with like a lovely white. It looks gorgeous. So we might need to go to Germany. And I think they've done one for every class of plane they fly. So if anyone from Lufthansa is watching this video, send it in here. I'd really love to see it. And we will get to Germany at some point to see it. Now you're probably thinking, go in December. Do you know how far Germany is from Hungary? Seriously? Probably cost me a fortune on a train. Well, it's Europe, it probably won't. But how about we stop talking about the future and we look at the now? Because we have Jet 2, we have SAS, and we have Finnair. Let's see all those three take off, shall we? A little bit of SAS in today's video. Beautiful. And can anyone tell what livery that... Well, it's giving it away, hasn't it? Brussels. With the polka dots. Let's go off runway pretty quick because there's another one due in. OOSBE. Turn and burn, SAS style, let's go. was talking about all the Airbuses, well, there's another one, an A220. Air France operate that on its shuttle from here to Charles de Gaulle. And I've just checked flight radar, somewhere over there is a Cathay Pacific A350. We might get all the Airbus models in one video. What a start to 2026. Back-to-back Southside videos, but this one is a bit special. Another Jet 2 on the layup. And we have one on final. We have a plane on final, I don't know what airline it is though. Yeah, why not? Let's watch it. Just check flight radar. We're not going to get all the Airbuses in this video because we've missed the A319 of Lufthansa. Oh well, never mind. We've got an Icelandair 737. We've got a very fast business jet that is away and clear. We have an A320 Airbus for British Airways on its shuttle down to London Heathrow. We've done that flight numerous times on the channel, but our very first, for today's video at least, A350 Cathay Pacific. Birdman's out there trying to get rid of all the birds. Cathay Pacific is on its taxi out back to Hong Kong. But we might get all the Airbus wide-body planes. Obviously we can get the A350. There should be an A330, there will be an A380, and there will be an A340. So I'm getting all the big Airbuses in today for our first video of 2026. BA is holding short. I think Birdman's doing an investigation. Right now, about to interrupt this shot. But hopefully, in a minute now, that's going to thunder down the runway. Under 100 days till I'm inside one of those things. I get to feel this takeoff run from inside. What a sound. Now there's an airline we've not seen for a while. Aegean. From Greece. Wonder how long it's going to be on the ground for. Bit of extra sass in this video, how about that? The A340 should be going out anytime now. And I ain't leaving till I see it, so hopefully it should be taxiing out soon, and hopefully coming down this runway in the not too distant future will be a double deck quad jet, not a 747, the A380. So yeah, this video might be about to get a bit quad jetty. Well, just take a look at flight radar, guys, and well, before I tell you what's happening on flight radar, I have a missed approach. Not that one. Where is he? There he is. Or is he no longer using that runway? Because he seems very, very high. I think we've gone back to single ops, ladies and gentlemen. So we're not going to get the A380 down this runway. They've changed that very late by the looks of it, because he looks very high. This is going to be a very bumpy landing. Ready for this? Not as bumpy as I thought. So, just check flight radar. The A340 is delayed again. It's going to be going out, and at the same time, the A380 gets in. And there's actually a lunchtime at Etihad, and a lunchtime Qatar, which we're staying for. The same flight we're getting on in a couple of months' time. And an ITA working on behalf of EasyJet from Milan, I think, Linate. So, yeah. We're going to get all the bigs taking off and landing at roughly the same time. Well, we've had one A350, then we had the Virgin A350, and, well, we're about to have a third, because look what's taxiing out. Singapore Airlines A350 to, you guessed it, Singapore. We're going to wait for that to get to its takeoff position to record that. Get a bit more orange in the video, shall we? The slowest thing I have seen on that runway today. Birdman. Airfield Safety and Compliance Officer. Just giving the runway a once-over, I think, after all those landings it's had. I don't think there's a problem with the runway, but obviously they'll know more than me. Imagine having that as a job, just drive around the runway and scare all the birds off. I mean, that sounds quite fun actually, can't I? Here we go. Singapore A350, Manchester to Singapore. Are we going to get a turn and burn Singapore style? No, we're not. The Boeing 737 thinks it's important and goes first. No Singapore sling for this video then, unfortunately. So we're getting above its station. And just in the 737 coming, I didn't record it, but look at the state of it. It's like a rust bucket. I'll find out where it's come from for you and I'll put it on the screen now, but yeah. No signage on the side, nothing, just plain with a black fin. Here we go. Next on the takeoff rollout for the final time of 2025. And also with this video coming out in 2026, the first time in 2026. Hainan Airlines to Beijing. Now, just the fact about this airline is, if I wanted to go to Japan, this is the cheapest airline to go with. There's like £600 return to Japan. Every other airline's like nearly double. Obviously, the only difference being, instead of flying over China, you'd have to land in China. But one advantage that this airline has of all the others is it gets to overfly Russia. So if I do choose to go to Japan, it'll be interesting to see which airline I go with. I mean, this is the cheapest, and I've watched a few flight reviews. I mean, some of them are hits, some of them are misses, but that's just normal airlines, really. But an A330, probably the right type of plane to do this route. I mean, there was rumours they were going to start using a 787 Dreamliner. That's not materialised. I mean, that would be nice to see in Hainan colours, because that is actually quite a nice livery, I can't lie. So let's wait for it to get to its takeoff position. So I've got a feeling this is going to be a turn and burn Chinese style. It's been a long time since I've seen one of these do a turn and burn, especially this airline, so we're going to enjoy that when it gets to the bottom of the runway. Small bird in the background there, enjoying the view. The fire seems to have died down a bit. But it'll be Hainan's turn on the takeoff roll any time now. So Ryanair taxied in front of the Hainan, so we didn't get a turn and burn Chinese style. That Ryanair's taking its very time getting in the air. She's a good run and everything, but come on, that was taking a bit too long. Who's ready for some A330 power? I'm sure I saw a light in the sky then. Probably just me. Here we go. So, Turkish Airlines. Flying to, you guessed it, Turkey. Istanbul, the main airport. Not the one that Pegasus flies to, Sabiha Gökçen. Which we've been through on this channel, actually. But it's what's in those clouds next due to land that I'm waiting for. I genuinely want to see it. Turkish not standing on ceremony. Turkish is away and clear. And somewhere up there, in fact, I can see the lights. All hail the King. Emirates A380, not a special livery, but we get to see one live, living colour. Well, I'm live and living colour, you're going to be a week behind. Right now, get the hell out of Dodge, mate, because he's coming in quick. He's away and clear. The Qatari converter, well, the old Qatari plane that's been converted has moved. I can no longer see it. But how about we see the King make his landing? Emirates are in the process of upping their schedule to Manchester. And I generally can't wait to go through DXB and see an airport just filled with these things. I've lost the King. Where's the King? I've lost the King. Do you know where I would love to be right now because it's gone out late? Level 12 or 13 of Terminal 1's multi-story. Just to see one of these things and an A340 together would be a picture I would love to have. And quite rightly, the rest of the runway is completely empty at the minute. The runway's all yours. But we have got the new tail fin though, yes! Might not be a special delivery, but we've got the new tail fin. What was just once landing lights is now very, very big. Is the King going to make a graceful landing? Come on, like butter. Yes! Textbook landing from the King. There we go. Just the inside engines using the air brakes. Obviously the outside ones don't have it on the Airbus A380. There's Birdman going past. And the King is rolling out on the runway. Textbook landing from the King. Beautiful. One of 4 Middle Eastern carriers we're going to see in the next couple of clips, because we've got Emirates, Qatar, Saudia and Etihad, giving us the awesome foursome. So, and then to finish off the video, I think it'll be the A340 to finish us off, unless it takes off before the Qatar gets in. But what a landing from the King. Oh, coming out of that sky in the not too distant future will be Saudia Dreamliner, Etihad Dreamliner, and Qatar A350. Cool. And taking off eventually. It's already, I think it's nearly 2 hours delayed already, and well, it was an hour late getting in from Frankfurt because I don't know where the A340. The A340 it flew a Paris to somewhere route and back, then flew to Frankfurt, then flew from Frankfurt to here. So I don't know whether they need to change crew here or not. I don't know. But we are staying for that A340. If that A340 wasn't flying in or out of here today, I would not be here. I didn't think I'd do back-to-back Southsides, but there we go. But if that Emirates hurries up, we're about to get little and large Airbus style. There's the very, very large Airbus A380, looking beautiful as always. Taxiing past its old gate of Gate 12 at Terminal 1. No, it's not going to get it, unfortunately. And there's small Airbus A220 back to Paris. I'm not trying to work out where Gate 12 was. Like, was it there? No, hang on. No, you have to walk past that to get to it if you're walking it. So I think Gate 12 is there. That's Gate 12, where the TUI and Jet 2 are in front of. The old gate of the King. And now the King goes to Sepia on T2. I've got to get a video for you guys at night of that thing being pushed out, because where I go into work, that is literally right behind it. And seeing that being pushed out in the dark is brilliant to see. But yes, the King is going to his gate. Ryanair coming in, and Airbus 220 going out back to Charles de Gaulle. Saudia should not be too far behind. We'll watch the Air France leave, and then we'll see the Saudi come in. How about that, guys? Well, I told you there'd be a Dreamliner, guys, and I'm right on the money, because there it is, Saudia Dreamliner. Wonder if we're going to get the other Saudi airline that's just died, Riyadh Air. Wonder if we're going to get them as well. That'd be nice. Getting two Saudi airlines into Manchester. And hopefully when this lands, we get our first glimpse of what we came here today to see. Apparently it and the A380 are about to cross paths. But let's see Saudi make a textbook landing. Textbook. KLM on its taxi out. It's what is behind STS that we're waiting to see. And I think Air France is going to be given clearance to take off. Nope, we're going to get a BizJet first. I didn't even see that awaiting takeoff. That's how small it is. A BizJet turn and burn is ready for one of those. Look how small those engines are compared to the monsters we've just seen. You wanted little and large, I think we're about to get it, guys. BizJet and Dreamliner. Oh, let's go. can't get this picture, but look what we have. KLM and Air France, nose to tail. There she is. What we have waited, or I've waited, 2 hours to see. It's worth the wait, guys. One of the first times ever, well, it's the first time for this airline on the channel. If we've had another A340 before, put it in the comments when, because I can't remember. And for such a big plane, those engines are horrifically small. That's probably why that plane is no longer made by Airbus, I think. It needed bigger engines. Unfortunately, they didn't really go along with that, but that is just gorgeous. Not that I ever want planes to go tech, but when that's a replacement for an A330, Aer Lingus, you can go tech as often as you want, because that is beautiful. And we're going to see it take off. I cannot wait for this. The time has come for the main event of the video. It's taken a while, but I think we're going to get an A340 turn and burn. This is why we love this is why I love aviation. Look at that. Looking directly at me as well. Beautiful. What a great picture that is. Seeing a single deck Airbus with 4 engines is brilliant. Ryanair's off the runway. Yeah, I'm going to shut up now. And she is away. USC A340 to Bridgetown for Aer Lingus. Thank you, USC, for giving us this plane today. There's vapour trails behind the engines. Not the most economical plane in the world, but still one you love to see when you can. Guys, I've got my wish. Yes! One of the penultimate planes I will film in 2025 landing on Manchester Airport's, one of Manchester Airport's runways, is the Etihad Dreamliner, which means the last plane I will film landing here will be the Qatari A350. 30th of December 2025, my favourite day of aviation of the whole year. The Etihad Dreamer is in. Eyes to the sky for the A350. When that turns up, I will be here. And you'll see it. Here we go. My last plane type that I flew on in 2025. The Boeing 737 Ryanair. Turn and burn Ryanair style. The runway is empty. Skies are yours. Is away and coming in as my last plane of 2025 and the first plane I'll fly on in 2026, the majestically beautiful Airbus A350 of Qatar Airways from Doha. And a smooth landing to boot. Canal 2025's ended for the channel as well. Smooth ending to 2025. That is that. The ending of 2025 filming and the first video of 2026. We have seen Dreamliner, A350, A380, and the star of the show, the A340. Over the course of the year, we've also seen the 747. What a way to finish. I have thoroughly enjoyed this year. A little bit of ups and downs away from the camera, but 2026, if it's anything like that, it's going to be a brilliant year. And obviously with the holiday to Bahrain coming up in April, it's only going to get better. And ITA takes the biscuit from Qatar, who knew? Now there's how you finish a video. ITA, how about that? But I just want to say a massive thank you to each and every one of you who've watched maybe one video, a couple minutes of a video, all the videos that we've done all year. It genuinely means a lot to me. And the fact that we are at 670 subscribers at the turn of the year means the absolute world to me. And if 2026 is like this video, we're going to have some fun. Again, massive thank you to each and every one of you who have watched, commented, liked, shared the video. and it generally does mean a lot. But as we've seen the A350 in ITA land, it means it's time to end this video. I do enjoy as much as I definitely have today. If you did, don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, hit notification bell to miss a video. Me and the coffee cup who is at home will see you all in 2026.